In stage 35 we're going to be assembling the right radiator. So from the parts or the stage 35 parts pack, make sure that you've got these parts available to hand, and you'll notice that on the insides they'll have an R, okay, for the right hand side. So first of all, hold the right radiator as shown, and then take the fan and place the fan over the top so that it sits nicely onto the protruding circle. Once you've done that, take the fan cover, okay, and once again, noticing the orientation, just place the fan over the top like so, so that the extrusion from the centre part goes in, so that as you can see there, you've got this bit sticking out the side here, and you've got this flat section facing downwards. Alright, once you've done that, take one of your small screws and with a screwdriver place that screw into the back and hold, so that holds the fan and the cover into position. So once you've done that, get a screw and then just gently screw that down into position like so. There we go. Okay. Next, take the other half, and you'll notice that the true protruding pins with the two holes, which are just here and here, okay, or three holes, but the two larger holes. These two larger holes have got to marry up with these two larger holes at the top of this section here, which has got this part. Alright, so take your radiator cover, place that over the top, and just gently push that down into position. Alright, once you've done that, take two more of the screws, and once again just gently screw those down into position. Okay. Next, take the assembly and then take radiator part C, once again noticing the two holes on either side, and then notice the orientation of part C, and then place those two pins in the two holes, pushing them down together like so, so that it makes up the radiator assembly. Okay, once you've done that, just mark up the other part, part 35, and that's going to be safely put aside for a future stage. In stage 36 we're going to be assembling the left front hub. So get your parts ready and then take your left upper arm pivot from stage 32 and then take the main hub, noticing position, and then carefully placing pivot into the hole, over the hole like so. Okay, so in effect it will be sitting like that, just making sure it swings backwards and forwards. Alright, once you've done that, take one of the 6mm washer screws provided and then place that over the top, and then just gently screw that down into position, making sure that it's going in at the right angle Alright, you may need to thread it, alright, and that's quite easily done just by screwing it up, really bringing it back, screwing it down and then bringing it back again, alright, and you do that until that's screwed down into position. Now, next take the brake duct connector, and you'll notice that you've got one long neck and one short neck. So take the long neck and place that over the hose, brake hose pipe, and then the other end, place that over the other end of the brake caliper. Okay. Next, we'll take the long screw that was provided. I'm going to place that down through the centre. Alright, and you'll notice that there's a nut inserted in there. So basically we're just going to test that by tightening that up loosely, making sure that that just stays in place like so. Okay. Put that aside, and then next take the wheel from stage 22, turn it upside down, take the brake disc, and you'll notice it's got a tiny little cutout, which is just here, and on the wheel itself you've got a tiny little groove. Place that over there, making sure that that fits nicely down into position, okay, and then just put some tape over there holding that down so that doesn't get lost. Alright, any other screws, just keep those nice and safe for the future. In stage 37 we're going to be assembling the right front hub, and it's exactly the same as what we did on the previous stage. So take the right front hub, okay, and then take the pivot arm, take one of the small washer screws that was provided in the previous stage, and then once again screw that down into position, okay, and then threading it as we did before, okay, and then once you've done that we need a tougher screwdriver and screwing it backwards and forwards so that it threads the metal, and then screw that all the way until that stops, and once that stops that should still move, which that does. Okay, so next take the duct, place that over the long thin end of the duct pipe like so, and the other end goes over the other side of the hub, and then take the screw, place the screw down through the centre, just screw that by hand, okay, so it keeps that safe, and put that aside, and then once again take the remaining front wheel, take the brake disc, place that over the top so that it lines up with the notch, and put some masking tape over there just to hold that into position, and then any remaining screws and parts, just keep that aside in a bag labelled for stages 35 to 37.